In section 120, Tennyson takes a strong stand against materialism, which is the idea that you and I are nothing more than molecules and atoms bouncing around in space. Our personalities, our perceptions, our thoughts are nothing more than electrical impulses. Tennyson does not believe that. He believes, as we just discussed a few sections back, that there is a soul and that truth and beauty and courage and commitment and love and grief really do matter. There really is something there. Let's see, line 4, Paul with beasts, not in vain, like Paul with beasts, I fought with death, is a reference to Paul teaching people who did not agree with him, critics. The wrestle was with people that weren't open to didn't want to hear his message and didn't want anyone else to hear his message. And I guess that's a reference to 1 Corinthians 15:32. He makes an argument that to me is persuasive. I know that many, I've been on the internet enough to know that many people disagree with this argument. Many atheists disagree with it, and that's fine. In the second stanza, he basically says that if science can prove that we are nothing more than clay, then science disproves itself, or it doesn't matter. And he says, I would not stay, meaning if you proved that there's nothing, that there is no truth, that we're just molecules in a temporary state, then there's nothing here for us. Science has nothing to offer us. The third stanza, Tennyson specifically noted that he's not rejecting evolution, his actions like the greater ape. He's not rejecting evolution, but he is rejecting this materialism. The last line is the one that is, to me, the most important in all of this. But I was born to other things. What was I born to? What were you born to? What are you born for? What is life for? What a good question. What an important question. We're all going to come to our own answers. There's a video that I'll post a link to in the description in this video where a professor named Dr. Steve Boyer, he's commenting about one of the sections in Dante's Divine Comedy. At the very end of his video, he says, you were born to love. You were born for love. And I really like that idea. I think we're born for glory and goodness and grace and love and sacrifice. We're born to learn what love really means. And we only know that by sacrificing for each other and loving each other when it's hard. And grief is part of love. So having to say goodbye, that's part of learning what love means. We're born for love. I really like that answer. But I would encourage you to come up with your own answer. What were you born to? Tennyson would say you're not born to merely live. Our thoughts are not magnetic mockeries. Section 120, against materialism, and what were you born to? I trust I have not wasted breath. I think we are not holy brain, magnetic mockeries not in vain. Like Paul with beasts, I fought with death. Not only cunning casts in clay. Let science prove we are, and then what matters science unto men? At least to me, I would not stay. Let him, the wiser man who springs hereafter up from childhood shape, his action like the greater ape. But I was born to other things.